And I'm going to tell the folks, Pete, how naughty you really are. Do you remember when we went to that funeral for a really good mate of ours? And as we came out the crematorium, you turned to me and you said, "Well, Pete, I don't suppose there's a lot of point in you going home."
Hi, I'm Sophie and welcome to the Riff episode 3. It's nice to see you all again in lockdown.
And I'm Guy Denning. Welcome to the Riff.
We have Chainsaw, Sprocket, Knucklehead and Tank with their new single, If I Lived Here.
And Kevin Borich from Australia, the king of Aussie front bar jump blues rock with Stronghold.
We have Dan the Bassman with some tips and the second part of the Chris Farlowe interview. First up, we have Kevin Borich and Stronghold.
Love reaches out across the sea. It's held so close in sweet memory. Think on time, I'm growing older, and I want to thank creation for being so bold, so bold, so bold to behold. The stronghold. You got to keep on looking, got to keep on pushing, got to take it to the front line. You got to keep on searching, got to keep on working, got to take it to the next frame. Through sacrifice and love and care, deep devotion being always there, a guiding light through angel eyes. I wanna thank creation for being so bold, so bold, so bold to behold. I love the stronghold. I love the stronghold. I love the stronghold. I love the stronghold. That feeling so right. You got to keep on giving, got to keep on living, got to make it on your own stage. You got to keep on looking, got to keep on cooking, got to take it to the next frame. You got to keep on searching, got to keep on working, got to keep on to stay sane. You got to keep on loving, got to keep on coming, got to make it to the end game. take it and stay sane. You gotta keep on loving, gotta keep on coming, gotta take it to the end game. Though you're far away, you're in my thoughts and always will stay. You're in my heart and in my soul. It's your good loving that I'll behold. I love the stronghold. I love the stronghold. I love the stronghold.
Now here's Chainsaw, Sprocket, Knucklehead and Tank with a track off their new album If I Lived Here, out now on Crocodile Records. The band are back in the studio working on another album of true blue biker anthems, and they hope to be back on the road next year.
Jerry Lee's playing on the radio, telling me which way I gotta go. This coffee sure gives me a rush. I got me a hot rod Ford, chrome plate and powder blue, bringing me home quicker than you. And the wheels keep rolling round and round, slapping in time. I love that sound, bringing me closer to you. If I lived here, I'd be home by now, and I'd be knocking on your door. If I lived here, I'd be home by now. I'm restless and reckless for your love. I got the boot full of dreams for you. Christmas, birthdays, roll in a one. I sure been away far too long, and the wheels keep rolling round and round, slapping in time. I love that sound, bringing me closer to you. If I lived here, I'd be home by now, and I'd be knocking on your door. If I lived here, I'd be home by now. I'm restless and reckless for your love. Whole lot of shaking going on. Now I know it won't be long till I'm pulling in that driveway home, and the wheels keep rolling round and round, slapping in time. I love that sound, bringing me closer to you. If I lived here, I'd be home by now, and I'd be knocking on your door. If I lived here, I'd be home by now. I'm restless and reckless for your love.
My name is Daniel Doherty and I'm an Irish bass player, soloist, composer, music educator and endorsing artist for Moondot Music. As a bass player, usually in a band I'll take on a more traditional role. Depending on the style and genre, my technique will change. But it's always the same thing that I do, which is a supporting role within the band. If it's the rhythm section, I lock in with their time and their sound and really try to create that groove that works. With the more melodic side of instruments, we actually use the notes to support whatever chords or melodies that they are playing. So that would be the traditional role of a bass player. As a composer and a soloist, I get to really experiment with my techniques and what I do. I kind of gravitate away from what it is that we normally do as bass players, which is that supporting role, and to really take it on more as a lead role. I would have to say that, you know, as a soloist or a composer, my style does change depending on what it is I'm writing, but if I had to put myself in a box and actually talk about a genre, it would be solo bass. It would also be improvisational music, because I do improvise quite a bit. Another thing is that a traditional bass will usually have 24 or 21 frets. This actually has 28 frets, which seems a bit much, but at the same time it really does allow me, again, to get to that melody side. And even though it's only 4 frets extra, it really opens up a whole range of things that I can do, especially with that high C string. So yeah, and then this cutaway here just really doesn't, it stays out of the way, which allows me to really get down to that really high note that I really want. So yeah, I'm very fortunate to have such a beautiful instrument that works like this, and yeah, that's me. So thanks very much for having me. I hope this has been educational in some way. It's inspired you maybe to try out some of the techniques that I'm using. And yeah, if you want to get in contact, find me on Facebook or email me at dan.bassplayer92@gmail.com.
And now it's time for Eek of the Week.
Farlowe is still one of the best blues singers in the UK. He can still deliver the goods after all those years of gigging. He still performs all over Europe, and here's the second part of the Chris Farlowe story with Roddy Pete and Steve Oakman.
You don't know what's going on. You've been away for too long. You can't come back. Think you are still mad.
It's like Floyd. Well, you've got to have the wine, mate. You've got to have the wine.
So you joined Colosseum
69, yeah?
69.
Yep.
Yeah. And how was that?
That was fantastic, yeah. They're a great band. And I'm working with Van Morrison as well at the moment.
Really? Excellent.
So it's a very busy life that we lead, you know.
Well, that's how it's got to be, though.
Yeah.
Because if you stop.
Well, I'm all right. I'm still healthy, I think.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm here.
How about are you still doing the World War?
No, antiques I do now.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I've got a 50s business, 50s furniture.
50 furniture?
Yeah, and glass and lamps and all that lot, you know.
Oh, excellent.
So I've got a little warehouse in Camden, so I run it from there.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And here, look, I'm going to be putting a little bit of double cream in this. It softens up the flavour. And it gives a nice all-around richness to it. Oop. The woks aren't really built for these stoves, but here we go with that.
It won't be a bad thing to have. You know,
Glasses of wine. The curry will be nice. It'll be all sorted and lovely.
you don't get a good curry in Germany, that's for sure.
Okay, Chris. Well, we've hollowed out the loaf of bread there. This is on the road food. You know, grab and go. Kind of shove it in a pot and and bang it straight in the bread. So it's like a kind of curry burger. So it doesn't run out all over the place. So,
really?
Yeah.
I had that in Moscow recently.
Yeah, and you
I
survived.
ordered a stroganoff in Moscow in a restaurant.
And it came like
And it
that?
came up in a bigger than that, twice as big as that.
Really?
And it was cut out like that, and they poured all this vegetarian stroganoff in it. And it was the worst
Worst you've ever had?
worst meal I've ever had in my life, yeah.
Trust me, this
So
will
that,
be great.
I'm really looking at that now, it's really giving me a funny feeling now.
Well, this will be good. Because this
Well, I hope
is chicken
so.
and not vegetarian.
Well, no, but a loaf of bread though, that's...
Yeah.
Was that a Jamie Oliver sort of thing, was it?
No, mate, no. This is South Africa.
South African?
Yeah. And it's
Well,
called...
like Nelson Mandela would have this sort of stuff, would he?
Nelson would have knocked this back on a Sunday afternoon. You know, this would have been his roast dinner. So, here we have the chicken in one side. And now, look,
What's that, the old...
that's the old sag, isn't it?
Spuds and Sagaloo
Yeah,
stuff?
that's the old sags and that. Right, like so. Tuffed up like that.
That's it.
And,
And what do you do with that now?
right, well, we do a Jamie with it, you know, like...
It's still going all over the floor.
Yeah, that's what he does. Okay, then we whack on a plate, bum.
Yeah.
And we have a bit of salad.
Salad, yeah.
A bit of salad. Cut the
Yeah.
old
Right, okay.
Jeffrey's
Bit of
special.
peppers as
Yeah,
well,
a bit
yeah,
of
yeah.
peppers on there. And there we have it.
There we
That's
have it.
Insta road food. You've got to tell me whether you think it's the worst thing you've ever had. Or it's the best.
Well, I don't know, I'll try it first.
But it's good
But
fun.
I'll let you know later on. Yeah. Well, it's Tabasco.
Every day.
Right,
When we go on tour.
here's some Tabasco.
Hey!
Right. And there's the bunny, the last of the bunnies.
Good essence, as they say in Germany.
Thank you. And cheers, everybody.
I gotta go.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Cheers.
guys.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. mate.
Cheers.
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 To rock and roll music. So how did you get the because I worked with Mike Garbo. How did you get the song? How did the
Well, I knew him from
handbags
when he
and
was
tote
with
bags?
Manfred's.
Mhm.
Manfred Mann, rather. He just wrote the song Handbags, I suppose, and thought it would be a good song for a good singer. And so he called me up, asked me if I want to do it.
Is it true he offered you a Build Me Up Buttercup as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I picked the right song now.
Mhm.
Although that made #1, which is
Mhm.
amazing.
Yeah.
You can never tell, can you, in this business, what's going to make what.
Crazy. Yeah. And how did you get the Out of Time track sort of sent to you? How was that?
Well, I knew Mick before he was with the Rolling Stones.
Mhm.
Then we joined his label, Media, and he just called me up and said, come over to the Harley House. He was living in the Harley House in just opposite Marylebone Road. And he said, I played this song. And it was Out of Time. I didn't like it at the time. I thought, Mick's playing it on guitar, and I thought, bloody hell. There's me wanting to be an R&B singer, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was offered this poppy song, but
He
he said it's going to be different when we go to the studio. Of course.
Who,
With that
who
orchestra
who did the string arrangement?
and- Arthur Greenslade.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's his band. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Ronnie Verrill on drums.
Yeah.
Fantastic drummer.
Mm-hmm.
Great orchestra too.
Yeah. And you can hear Mick in the background on backing vocals.
Oh, yeah.
Can't you?
Yeah.
You can hear
Yeah.
Mick and Keith singing. Yeah. It's a great production.
Oh, good story was.
Yeah.
While they were recording it, I wrote a song called North, South, East and West, which is on the album, real good rock and roll song. And while we were getting it ready, Ike and Tina Turner walked in with all the Ikeettes. And they were kissing, you know, hugging Mick and Keith and all that lot. And Tina Turner said, "What are you doing with Chris Farlowe?" He said, "We're doing his album, and he's just doing this rock and roll number called North, South, East and West." So she and Tina and Ike Turner came out and the Ikeettes, and they did all the backing vocals for the album.
Right.
So it's the only time I've had Ike and Tina Turner and the Ikeettes doing my backing vocals for nothing.
Yeah, well, that's a result.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can hear it as well when they're singing. They say, "Oh, who's that?" I said, "That's Tina Turner singing there." "Oh yeah, I thought it sounded like that." So we started a tour of Germany about 10 years ago. Big tour. On the very first date, I broke my leg on the very first day. Fell down a flight of stairs at the Hilton Hotel in Graz.
Ouch.
And the doctor said to me, "You've got to have your leg not amputated, thank God. You've got to have it operated on."
Operated.
And I said, "When?" He said, "Today." I said, "I can't have it operated on today. I've got a tour to do." So he looked at me. I said, "I can't do it today. Tomorrow? I mean, what am I going to do?" And he said, I said, "I can't do it. I can't have it operated on today." So he said, "All right, what we'll do then is we're going to plaster you up. We're going to write you off the hospital list. And I'll suggest when you've got some time off, you go in hospital and get it fixed properly with a plate in it." So I did the tour in a wheelchair.
With your legs stuck out.
Yeah, I've got photographs of me doing it as well. So we did about 3 weeks on the tour, and I booked into the German hospital and had it done.
Yeah.
Didn't you have a little accident a few years ago as well?
Yeah.
Remember doing the gig and you was all bandaged up.
Oh,
do you
I fell
remember?
down.
Yeah.
I do.
You fell down some stairs.
Fell
didn't
down a
you?
flight of stairs, yeah.
Turned up at a gig, broken ribs.
Yeah, I had a broken leg, broke this arm, broke this wrist, compressed 2 of the discs in my back.
Oh, ouch.
And was in a pretty bad.
That was a gig.
But the best thing was when the doctor gave me the morphine injection, and that was fantastic.
Yeah.
That was really out there. That was.
You were out of time then.
Yeah. I was
Back inside
really
the
out.
mothership.
He said, "How are you feeling?" I said, "I don't feel any pain." He said, "Well, we'll have to give you some more of this stuff then." I said, "Yeah." 5 milligrams more. I said, "Yeah, I'll keep the pain away." Until I did the operation.
Quite an experience.
Yeah.
I've just found one of my diaries from 1964, and it's got Club A Go-Go Newcastle, 25 quid. That's what we got for it. So we left my house, at my mum's house in Islington, with the band, with Albert Lee, and we left at 7 in the morning. We got to Newcastle that late afternoon, got the gear into the club, did the gig, and drove all the way back to London. Got back about 7 in the morning. And I've got inside the diary, it's got Albert Lee, £1.15. Me, £1.15, drummer, bass player and a guitarist. Yeah. £1.50.
Yeah.
Petrol, oil. I think oil was more than the petrol.
Yeah.
And we'd been 7 in the morning or 7 the following morning.
Yeah, it's 24 hours.
For
yeah.
£1.15.
Yeah. Stupid, really.
That was a big time. That was real big time. That was.
We all done now, so we're going to do some music.
If you want, yeah. Thank you, Michael Bell.
Okay, Chris, how about Out of Time?
Why not?
Why not?
That was all right. This was written for me by Mr. Mick Jagger and Keith Richards, 1966. You don't know what's going on. You've been away for far too long. You can't come back if you don't mind. You're out of touch with my baby. My poor old family. Baby, 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 baby. You're out of time. Everybody sing along. Baby, 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 you're out of time. Baby, 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 you're out of time. Yes, you are, left out. Yes, you are. You're left out of it without a doubt. Baby, 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 you're out of time. You thought you were a clever little girl, all living in your suburban world. You cannot come back, be the first in line. You're obsolete, my baby. My poor unfaithful baby. Baby, 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 you're out of time. Everybody, come on. Baby, 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 you're out of time. Baby, 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 you're out of time. Yes, you are, pal. Yes, you are. You're left out of there without a doubt. Baby, 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 you're out of time. Do that thing. Oh, come on. Oh, keep on running. Baby, 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 you're out of time. Baby, 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 you're out of time. Yes, you are, love. Yes, you are. I know you are. Baby, 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 you're out of time. One more time. Baby, 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 you're out of time. Baby, 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 you're out of time. Yes, you are, love. Yes, you are. Oh, I know you are. Baby, 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 you're out of time.
Why don't bassists play hide and seek?
Dunno, why?
Because nobody will look for them.
Thanks very much for watching The Riff.
We will be back soon with another show, so from all of us, stay safe.